Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Brick Chicago and this channel is all about Bearbricks, collecting them, learning about them, and celebrating the amazing community behind them. Last week we kicked off a new series called Show Me Your Bricks, inspired by Dr. Romanelli's legendary Bearbrick design. Video series is all about shining a light on incredible collectors and their collections. We are in episode 2 of season 1, still here in the United States where the Bearbrick scene is still in its early days comparing to Asia. Let's meet Dario, better known as DM78, a passionate Bearbrick collector, admin of the Bearbrick World Discord, and longtime art enthusiast from Southern California. From discovering prints at estate sales to chasing down rare super secrets, autograph artist pieces and unique materials like wood, metal, and ceramic, Dario's collection focuses on quality over quantity. In this video, he shares how he got started, his rarest finds, the pieces that mean the most, advice for new collectors, and his vision for the future of Bearbrick collecting. Let's dive into the incredible story and collection. Are you ready? Show me your bricks, Dario.
Okay, let's do this. Hi Brick Chicago, my name is Dario. Many people know me in the Bearbrick world as DM78 or the One Collector on whatnot, for instance. I am the admin of the Discord server Bearbrick World, and thank you so much for having me in your videos. Congratulations, they're absolutely fantastic, and it's absolutely an honor to be part of them. So you sent me the other day some questions about me and about my collection, how I started. So I'd like to go through them and hopefully, I can answer all of them in a. First question, how long have you been collecting and how did you get started? So I started collecting art about 10 years ago. I come from a family, an Italian family of collectors. They were used to collect many things, especially my dad. But then I started about 10 years ago looking for art myself. And I started here in the Southern California looking for estate sales. I was just walking around and I found a couple of prints that I liked from Calder. And I started then looking around and started buying, prints, from artists that I really liked, and also paintings and other pieces, collectibles. And Bearbricks were some of those ones. So I started pretty much like that. First with art and then more into figurines and toys like Bearbrick. Was there a specific moment when you knew this would be more than just a casual hobby? Well, definitely the first credit card payment. It was the first way for to realize that it wasn't just a hobby. It was something else. But definitely, with the years when I started kind of realizing that my collection was a little bit different, from the other collections, and especially that I was more targeted on things that I really liked, then I could see that was getting into more than just a hobby. What has been your approach on collecting Bearbricks? First approach for Bearbricks was actually that I didn't like Bearbricks. I was into art, and in the art world, Bearbricks were always seen as something that it's not very arty. But then I realized that there was a huge market, especially in Asia, for Bearbricks, and so I got more interested, and I started discovering the different artists, the different model sizes, etc. And I think I started collecting, trying to look for something particular, something that I really like. So I remember the first collection of Bearbricks was based on the first year. So every 2001 Bearbrick that was ever made, I went for that. So I tried to get all the series 1, all the series 2, and all the Bearbricks that were created in 2001. Then after that, I started going for the first models. So the first of 100%, the first 200%, 400%, etc. And then together with that, also, some little series, and trying to complete some series that I really like, For instance, all the Daft Punk, or some other smaller series, the Tokidokis. And then together with that, after that, I started looking for artist Bearbricks. Luckily, here in Southern California, there are many events and conventions like DesignerCon, where many artists were present and showcasing their Bearbricks. So I started collecting Bearbricks that were autographed by the artist. So I have many of them, and then also I started looking for kind of particular Bearbricks, very limited editions that we know exactly the number edition, because you well know, the Medicom toy never disclose officially the number of the editions of how many Bearbricks, especially for 100%, are made. Sometimes they do, and so I go and look for those ones that we know exactly gonna be a very limited edition. So that's pretty much what I generally collect. I also collect different materials of Bearbricks. So there are some Bearbricks you can see over here made in ceramic or metal, or I have the ones in wood. So many different. Anything that is different, out of the ordinary, I like to collect. So what's the rarest or hardest to get Bearbrick you own? I think the hardest could be this one. Many of you know this is a Series 1 secret Bearbrick. This was very hard to find, especially all still wrapped, and with the box with card. So as I said, I'm a very particular collector, so I like to find and collect Bearbricks as mint as possible. So they have to have their own original bag, they have to be still sealed, and the box, the card, etc. So I think that is probably one of the rarest ones that I have. Which piece of your collection means the most to you, and why? I think probably could be, yes, the Azure Series 1. That it's one that when I found it, I was very, very, very happy. Then all the Bearbricks you can see here, different materials, and all the signed ones, because behind the signature there's always a story or me meeting the artist. So those ones are generally the ones that have a great memory with me. There's also another one that I'm really really means a lot to me, is the SSR Empire State, the 400%. It's one of my favorite Bearbricks, but I did a little bit of an experiment on it because it was yellowed. It got yellowed. Some white Bearbricks tend to yellow with the age. I tried to whiten it. I succeed even too much because some paint went off, but then after a year it got yellow back again. So I'm looking for a new one in a better condition. So I'm really missing even if I still have it, I really miss that Bearbrick, and really means a lot because there's a big history behind the whole whitening process. It has been, it took a good amount of my time. What's a Bearbrick that you feel is missing in your collection? Well, there's one that is missing. Yeah, I told you about the first of every series. I'm missing the first 1000%, which is the cause, and at the moment it costs too much, and it's too big. I can't have it at home. Probably one day I would get that one. That's the one that I miss the most. And the SSR, the one that I tried to whiten, but it didn't work. So I'm missing, one of those ones. And then of course there's always here and there some, that get my attention and I would like to get. But those two at the moment are the ones that I'm really missing. What's the most memorable experience you've had while hunting for Bearbrick? The most memorable experience, well, could be, trying to get the SSR whitened. Then another memorable experience was when I could find some particular rare blister boards, the single series blister board. I think I'm one of the few ones in the world to have those, and then completing all series one, that was pretty memorable, when I found them. So those are, I think, pretty much the ones, the moments and experiences that I remember. Are there any Bearbricks you regret selling or missing? No, I don't particularly sell many Bearbricks. Sometimes, I might have some doubles or something, but I'm a kind of collector that tend to collect rather than sell. I'm not much of a seller. And that I'm missing, as I said, there are a couple of them, but who knows? In the early future, probably I will try to get them when I find them at a good price. What advice would you give to a new collector? New collector, I would say, start collecting what you really like. First of all, grow, your own experience, grow your own knowledge, make your, research, do your own research, look at the Bearbrick websites, understand what Bearbricks are. They are not just good for trading, for making money. It's a piece of art. There's a history, especially with some of them, the artist ones or the material ones. So start looking into that, try to understand what you really like, and then, start digging and trying to find what what is your favorite. It could be, something small, something big. Also look how much space you have, because it's easy to increase the amount of boxes and collectibles in your house or storage. So see what are your capabilities. Maybe try not to spend too much money, and just, again, get what you like. Where do you see Bearbrick collecting in 10 years? Well, Bearbrick collecting, it all depends where Medicom Toy goes. They are having fantastic events. I'd like to start going to some of those events abroad, and I would love Medicom Toy to have some events that is not just Designer Con here in America at the moment, or in Europe. And me collecting in 10 years, probably growing my collection, of particular Bearbricks, different materials, and getting maybe some other to increase my collection. If Medicom Toy asked you to design a Bearbrick, what it would look like? Well, I always thought about that. I would like Bearbricks, they would identify themselves with a particular city. So there are some Bearbricks that have some world maps photography, aerial photography, but I like Bearbricks for different cities, like one for Los Angeles, one for New York, London, Rome, so that whenever you go to a city, you can hunt for that particular Bearbrick and have it at home. Especially if you're like me, originally from a different country and living abroad, then you can find a sort of identification, in that. So I think that's pretty much it. I'd like everybody to join our Bearbrick server, Bearbrick World. I would believe that you can post a link on your YouTube video, and there are loads of collectors. We are nearly 600 collectors, and loads of experts, fantastic people. We are becoming a huge family, so it would be great to see you guys joining in and discovering more and see what we all collect, and growing your knowledge and experience, and maybe finding the Bearbrick that you really like. Well, thank you so much for having me, and I hope to see you soon. Thank you, guys. Bye.